Hola mis amigos, ¿cómo están? Mi nombre es Kyle y aquí estoy para traerles inglés real y comprensible para ayudarles con su inglés. El mes de febrero acá en los Estados Unidos es Black History Month, el mes de la historia de las personas negras. Así que hoy voy a hablar un poquito sobre cómo ellos han influenciado la cultura y la vida acá en los Estados Unidos. Empecemos. Hello my friends, hello. My name is Kyle. This is going to be a video of intermediate English, okay? I am going to talk nice and slow and very clear so that you can hear and understand me, okay? So, the month of February here in the United States is called Black History Month, okay? It's the month to celebrate the history of African Americans or Black Americans here in the US, okay? So, for that, today I am going to talk about some ways that Black people here in the United States have influenced the culture, the food, the way of life, okay? Some interesting facts that you guys maybe do not know. In this video, I am going to talk about good things, okay? Positive things. But on Patreon, on my Patreon page, I am going to make another video where I talk about some of the bad things that have happened in the US with racism, race relations, things like that, okay? Some of the bad parts of American history where Black Americans are involved. And I want to tell you guys that the content over on Patreon is growing, okay? And I think that there are some awesome videos, okay? Just a couple of examples of some cool videos that are on Patreon right now where I talk about things that I would not talk about here on YouTube, okay? The last video I made is my thoughts about religion. There's a video about my experiences with alcohol and alcoholism, the real reason why I am a single father, and more, okay? So for $4 a month, $4 cada mes, you can become a member on Patreon, apoyarme y el canal, and you will get one extra video each week where I talk about temas más extremas, okay? And for Black History Month, I am going to put out a video where I talk about racism and some of the darker history in the United States as far as race relations with African Americans. Okay, so, para empezar, to start, let's talk about some of the ways that Black Americans have influenced the culture here in the US, the United States. Okay, so one very big way that African Americans have influenced the culture here is fashion, okay? Moda, fashion. One example that I am positive, estoy seguro that you will recognize, this symbol, okay? Jordans, okay? This is the brand of Michael Jordan, and everywhere you go in the US, you will see people wearing Jordan shoes, okay? Jordan t-shirts, Jordan hats, okay? When I was younger, más joven, I always had Jordan shoes. I love them. I thought they were so cool. Now that I am a man, I think they are a little bit como immature, okay? More for kids, but they still look cool, okay? And I respect very much Michael Jordan because he was an excellent basketball player, but also a very smart businessman. And he's probably one of the most famous people on earth. Michael Jordan's shoes are everywhere, okay? That is a huge way that African American culture has mixed with American culture. Another part of fashion that you will see that started out as a trend in the Black communities and became popular everywhere. Clothes that are big, okay? We say baggy clothes, okay? Or sagging pants, okay? I do not like this trend. I think it's bad for young people to be dressing like this. But if I tell the truth, if you go to a mall, centro comercial, you're gonna see young kids, Black, white, Latino, walking around with their pants like this, okay? And we call that sagging pants, okay? Now I think es una tontería, okay? It's stupid. But if I'm telling the truth, that is a big way that fashion has been impacted, okay? Another way that fashion has been impacted is tattoos, okay? Now, tattoos are in cultures all over the world, okay? In the past, here in the US, it was bikers or people that were in prison who got tattoos, okay? But there was an African American who made tattoos very, very popular here. So much so that people get them on their face, their necks, their hands, okay? And this person who I'm going to talk about influenced me when I was younger. He had a huge influence on people all over the US. His name, Lil Wayne, okay? Lil Wayne influenced fashion here in the US so much, okay? Now he's still famous, but he is not as popular as he was when I was younger. But all of the raperos de hoy, they have face tattoos, okay? They have dreadlocks because of Lil Wayne. This person has had as big of an impact on fashion in the US as anybody else that I could think of. He wore the baggy clothes, tattoos, dreadlocks, okay? Lil Wayne has had a huge impact on fashion and culture here in the US. And I used to love his music in the past. I really used to like his music. Now I do not really listen to rap because I'm older, but I still respect Lil Wayne. I think he's a pretty cool dude. Another way that black culture has influenced American culture and has become part of American culture, food, comida. Do you know what soul food is? Some examples of soul food: fried chicken, collard greens, cornbread, grits, okay? These are soul food, and in the past they were predominantly black foods, okay? But now you can go to any big city in the US and you will find soul food restaurants, okay? Fried chicken everywhere, and it has had a big impact on the food culture here. Also barbecue, okay? Now, we can never really know where barbecue started, okay? People say Argentina, people say Africa, the Caribbean. Nobody knows, okay? Everybody says, oh, we invented it. But black Americans have had a big impact on the barbecue culture here in the US. Okay, now, perhaps the biggest influence that black Americans have had on the American culture is music. Almost every musical genre has been influenced by black musicians and artists. Jazz, blues, rock and roll, gospel, and of course, rap and R&B were all heavily influenced or created by black people. Okay, there have been some very successful, muy exitoso, very successful black Americans. I'm going to tell you about 3 of them who are very famous that I am sure you know. First, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey has a net worth, means she vale este sumo de dinero. She has a net worth of 2.5 billion, miles de millones, billion dollars, okay? And Oprah, she made this money by being on TV, being a famous TV personality, being in movies, and by selling books. Oprah Winfrey is a very successful woman. Another very successful African American, Kanye West. Now, everybody has an opinion, tiene opinión, of Kanye West, okay? Some people think he is a genius, genio. Some people think he is an idiot, idiota, okay? I am somewhere in between, okay? Sometimes he says things that are stupid, tontas. Then sometimes he says things and you think about it, wow, okay, he makes a little bit of sense. But whether you think he is an idiot, whether you think he is a genius, the man has money. Kanye West has a net worth of $2 billion. He is most famous for his music because he is a rapper, but he made most of his money on his shoes. Kanye made a lot of money by selling his shoes. Okay, and another one, otra que es hermosa, Rihanna. Rihanna is worth $1.4 billion. Uf, no sabía. I did not know that Rihanna was worth so much money. But that's cool because I think she's a cool person. She sings beautifully. She's a beautiful woman. So Rihanna became famous for her music because she sings very well, but she made most of her money with her makeup, okay, maquillaje. She has a brand of makeup, a makeup company, and it is very popular. I did not know because I do not use makeup. I did not know, but Rihanna has a huge makeup brand and she made a lot of money with it. Now I'm going to talk about another African American who is successful. He is nowhere near as rich as Kanye, Oprah, or Rihanna. He is not that rich, but he's somebody who I admire very much. I respect a lot, and I love to listen to him speak. He's famous for being on TV, in movies, for being a comedian, and I like to listen to his motivational speaking. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is a very good motivational speaker. He has a lot of things on YouTube where he talks about how to become successful, okay? And you guys know I love to listen to things like that. So I recommend that you search for, if you want a little bit of extra input, Steve Harvey motivational video, okay? And you can listen to him. You'll be able to kind of hear a little bit of an African American accent and the differences in how they speak. I respect Steve Harvey a lot. I like to watch his videos. I recommend you guys check them out too. Okay, my friends, so today we talked about some of the ways that African Americans have influenced American culture, whether it be with food, with fashion, or with music. But of one thing that there is no doubt, no hay duda, the United States would not be the same without the impact that African Americans have had on the culture here. So I hope that this video was interesting for you guys. If you want to go to Patreon and become a member, and there you can see the video where I'm going to talk about racism and the bad parts about the Black history in the United States. You guys can go check that out. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your support. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate you all very, very much. I will continue. Voy a seguir. I will continue to do my best to bring you guys the content you need to improve your English. Como siempre, mis amigos queridos, muchísimas gracias por ver y nos vemos pronto.